Hi, everyone. Glad you could join us today. I'm Lisa Butowsky, and I'm the author of, who also did the illustrations. Before we read the story, we'll tell you a bit about ourselves. I have a degree in Infancy and Early Childhood Development and Family Studies from Penn State University. I'm also the founder of Your Charming Child, an educational service that helps parents instill courtesy, respect, gratitude, compassion, and confidence in their children through interactive and fun classes. I've worked with children most of my career, witnessing the challenges parents had with their kids when it came to enforcing respect and proper behaviors in public. Parents would share their frustrations with me. We know that kids sometimes tune out their parents who are trying to teach them morals and values. I wanted to help, so I received my certification to teach etiquette from the International School of Protocol. I'm proud to say that Your Charming Child has been well received and honored with awards in our community. Parents are happy they have someone in their corner to help them shape their children into confident and compassionate members of society. Please check out our website, yourcharmingchild.com. Miss Mistake, Mind Your Manners at Home is our first book with Headline Books. It's about Miss Mistake, a character we created for our etiquette classes, who says and does things that come across as rude without even realizing it. Thank goodness for her smart butterfly friend, Manny, who teaches her the more tactful thing to say and do in a way that is fun and kind. Miss Mistake appreciates learning the better way. If you'd like to order an autographed copy of Miss Mistake, Mind Your Manners at Home, you can go to our publisher's website, headlinebooks.com. They're offering free shipping. It's also available on Amazon.com and in a few Bucks County, Pennsylvania bookshops. Hope you enjoy our story. Now here's my sister, Donna.
Hi, everyone. I'm Donna Bostany, also a certified etiquette instructor for Your Charming Child with the Bachelor of Arts in Theater from Penn State University. I performed in children's repertory theater and currently teach music and movement to preschoolers. We understand we need to wear face coverings in public and social distance to keep everyone safe during this unprecedented time. The reason why Lisa and I are not wearing them is because we are family and we are positively not positive. Say that 10 times fast. In all seriousness, this may hinder normal social development in our children. They can't practice communication skills with other people other than their families, and we don't want them to lag behind and become socially awkward when they go back to their normal routines or start school. Children need to learn life skills now so they can feel confident amongst others. That's what our classes and our books are all about. We recently submitted a second story to Headline Books entitled Mr. Mistake, Mind Your Manners in a Restaurant, in which Miss Mistake's cousin learns proper dining skills. Manny the Butterfly comes to his rescue with great rhyming advice, so keep your eye out for that one. Right now, we are proud to present Miss Mistake's story. We hope you have fun helping Miss Mistake, played by me, be her very best self. Lisa will play her butterfly friend, Manny.
Me, Manny. Okay, here we go.
Miss Mistake, mind your manners.
At home. Find Manny on this page?
This book is dedicated to our wonderful mother who was the epitome of courtesy, compassion, and respectfulness, and who raised us with an abundance of love.
These virtues, which she taught us, have allowed us to grow into happy, successful adults, what most parents hope for their children.
Hi, I'm Missy Mistake, but some people call me Miss Mistake. I'm 10 years old, and I live in a small town in Pennsylvania. I have a friend named Manny. That's his nickname, but his real name is Manner Lee. He's a very special butterfly, but to me, he's just Manny. And he is a great friend. Manny has a lot of patience and is the smartest, most polite butterfly I know. That means he has manners. He helps me a lot. See, I often do or say the wrong things that might sound or look rude or mean. Well, I don't try to be this way. It's just that when my parents do tell me the right ways, I don't really pay attention to them and I start to daydream. Or sometimes I'm having a bad day. I forget the polite thing to do and I just don't feel like using my manners. I know we all make mistakes, but Manny tells me there are no excuses for behaving rudely. It's still hard for me, so Manny is there to remind me of the rule.
Treat others the way you would like to be treated.
I don't mind any of his advice because he tells me nicely and I want to learn. Join us on all our adventures and perhaps you can help me learn, along with Manny, the better way to say and do things. My grandparents will be visiting from Ohio and will be staying with us for a week. Wow, 7 days is a long time. Mom and Dad said we need to clean inside and make things look nice outside. This sounds like a lot of extra work to me. Mom said, Missy, please clean your room and change your sheets on your bed. Your grandparents will be staying in your room. What? Why can't they stay in your room or on the couch? I whined as I rolled my eyes and stomped my feet. Immediately, in flew Manny through the window. There he was, shaking his tiny head, looking displeased. Do you know? What mistake did I make? Mom looked very angry. Manny explained.
You are having visitors. Anytime you have visitors, your job is to make them feel as comfortable as possible. You need to show respect to your grandparents. That means you must treat them with extra kindness, consideration, and honor. Respect ought to be given to your parents, teachers, and older people like your grandparents. Not only is it disrespectful for you to talk back to your mother and roll your eyes, it is disrespectful to your grandparents to have them sleep on a couch, especially since they are elderly.
Oh boy, mistake, that's me, strikes again. I guess we all make mistakes. I'm happy I know for next time. So I cleaned my room from top to bottom, and it really wasn't all that bad. I love my grandparents very much, so it's the least I could do. I even sprinkled some nice smelling powder on the floor and vacuumed. Do you keep your room nice and clean?
I hope so.
See how Manny is helping out?
Yay, Manny.
The next day, my dad asked me to pull weeds in front of the house. Oh, but it's so hot, and I will get my hands dirty. Plus, there are so many bugs out there. My dad looked angry and insisted I do it. I was about to argue more when Manny fluttered by and exclaimed,
Hey, I'm considered a bug.
But you're different. You can talk and you're not slimy or creepy, I replied. Manny shook his head sadly. Do you know, what mistake did I make? Manny reminded me that it's not nice to answer back to my parents.
They are asking you to help out. This is your home too, and you should pitch in. It's a privilege to be able to live in a house, so you should have gratitude. A privilege is a special benefit. Not everyone is lucky enough to have a home. Gratitude is being thankful and feeling grateful.
Oh boy, mistake, that's me, strikes again. I guess we all make mistakes. I'm happy I know for next time. I realize Manny is right. I am lucky to have a front porch to sit on, a lawn to run around on, flowers and even weeds. I decided I will feel grateful.
Can you find Manny on this page?
Last one, Manny. Finally, the house was in order, and my grandparents have arrived. I hadn't seen them in a very long time and felt shy. I looked down and mumbled, "Hi," with a small wave. Manny pursed his lips and scrunched up his fuzzy eyebrows. Do you know, what mistake did I make?
I know you can give a much better greeting than that.
Manny whispered in my ear.
Show respect and make your guests feel comfortable by giving a warm greeting and looking them in their eyes. If it's a friend, a smile and a big hello are fine. For your relatives, it's nice to give a hug or an extra special greeting, depending on how you were raised. Remember to always smile. Always.
Oh boy, this mistake, that's me, strikes again. I guess we all make mistakes. I'm happy I know for next time. I went in for a big hug, happy to smell my grandma's perfume, touch my grandpa's whiskers, and feel their love. I'm so happy to see you both. Grandma brought her homemade baked apple pie and chocolate chip cookies, along with tomatoes from her garden. That was nice of her, but I asked, "Did you bring anything for me?" Manny looked shocked. Do you know, what mistake did I make? Manny swooped near my ear and said softly,
It's considered rude to ask someone if he or she brought you a gift. Rude means having bad manners and can be insulting or hurtful.
Oh boy, Miss Mistake, that's me, strikes again. I guess we all make mistakes. I'm happy I know for next time. Luckily, Grandpa overlooked my rudeness and took out a small package from his pocket. It was wrapped in polka-dotted paper with a green bow. He gave it to me with a smile. Go ahead and open it, he said happily. I opened up the gift, and
that it was a necklace with a
giraffe pendant on it. I immediately went from excited to disappointed, and my face surely showed it. I don't really like giraffes anymore. When I was a little kid, I did. My parents looked embarrassed by my answer. Here comes Manny. Do you know, what mistake did I make? Manny said quietly,
A smile and a thank you are the best things to do and say when receiving a gift, even if you don't like it or have something similar. Be gracious when someone gives you a gift. Gracious means courteous. It shows you are happy the person was thoughtful enough to get you a present. The very best things to do when someone hands you a gift after thanking them is explain how you might use the gift and send them a thank you note in the mail.
Oh boy, Miss Mistake, that's me, strikes again. I guess we all make mistakes. I'm happy I know for next time. I changed my attitude, thought how nice it was that they brought me something, and said with a smile, thank you. This will match a tan outfit I have and will look great. Thank you, Grandpa. It's lovely.
Much better.
It was time for dinner, and I was hungry from all the cleaning, tidying, and learning. Mom and Dad prepared a beef stew with lots of vegetables. My stomach was making some loud growling noises, and I couldn't wait to eat. I saw Grandma struggle a bit with her chair, but I plopped in my seat and stared at the food. Manny, who was fluttering nearby, pulled my grandma's chair out for her to sit on and pushed her chair in toward the table as she sat. Wow, Manny is a very strong butterfly. I realized perhaps I should have helped her with her chair. I think that was a mistake not to help her. I'll remember that for next time. If you see someone having a hard time with something, would you help out? Then I grabbed the spoon and I started to serve myself. Manny circled in and took the spoon right out of my hand. Do you know, what mistake did I make?
Whoa, young lady,
Whispered Manny.
I know your parents taught you to allow guests to go first, but you forgot, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
It would be even nicer if you offered to serve the food to your grandparents.
Oh boy, mistake, that's me, strikes again. I guess we all make mistakes. I'm happy I know for next time. Before dinner, Manny explained how to have a conversation. That means listening to others and answering their questions in an interesting way. It involves taking turns when speaking, conversing with my grandparents or with anyone. Now, there are some questions coming up on the next page, but let's skip that section for now, and we'll come back to those questions at the very end. So let's turn to page 28 and begin with the second sentence. I don't want to make mistakes and appear rude or impolite. I can always count on Manny to help me better myself and make a good impression on others. After dinner, while waiting for dessert, Grandpa asked me what my favorite dessert was. At first, I was simply going to quietly answer, I don't know, with a shrug. However, I remembered Manny's advice about answering in an interesting way, and while looking right in Grandpa's eyes and speaking loudly, slowly, and clearly, I confidently answered, soft chocolate chip cookies, baked at home, are my favorite, just like the ones Grandma brought. Everyone loved my answer. We then ate the cookies and pie Grandma had made, which were so scrumptious. For Manny, we set out a cup of nectar, a sweet liquid that comes from flowers. Again, I remembered Manny's rhyming advice and asked my family members what their favorite desserts were. This kept the conversation going for a while, and we laughed a lot. I listened carefully, giving good eye contact and nodding my head.
What is your favorite dessert? I love soft chocolate chip cookies too.
Me too. A few days later, it was time for my grandparents to leave. I was very sad since I enjoyed their stories and the way they listened to my stories as well. Now I know the correct way to speak and to listen properly. I gave them a huge hug and a smile, asking them to return again soon. When they were gone, I was still sad. Manny tried to cheer me up with his butterfly tricks, but it didn't work. He suggested,
why don't you write a thank you note to your grandparents for their visit and the gift they brought you? It's always best to send a thank you note to anyone who brings you a gift or who does something nice for you. I will write a thank you note to my Aunt Betty so you can see the proper way. My Aunt Betty is the one who taught me all about manners.
Below is Manny's thank you note. Notice he put the date in the upper right-hand corner and signed the card, Love Manny. Manny said,
you can write from, sincerely, best regards, or a different closing before you sign your name.
He added an extra special touch by drawing a picture.
Dear Aunt Betty, I'm thinking of you and want to thank you for teaching me about manners. I've been sharing your lessons with my friend Missy. She appreciates the help. Hope to see you soon. Love always, Mannerly, Manny. Manners matter.
And here's mine. Dear Grandma and Grandpa, I really enjoyed your visit. Seeing you, hearing your stories, tasting your yummy cookies, and receiving the pretty necklace you gave me made me very happy. I am going to wear the necklace when I go out with my friends tomorrow. We will visit you soon. I love you. Love, Missy. Thank you for coming. I felt very happy after creating the card and couldn't wait to mail it. I asked Manny, did I make a mistake?
Not at all. It looks great, and I'm very proud of how you're using all of the important information you were taught. This shows you are mature and want to be the best person you can be.
He's right. I will always do my best to be kind, considerate, and respectful at home, at school, and everywhere. Mom and Dad will be thrilled.
Gonna read the questions.
Let's go to the question section.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And see if you know the answers to any of these very important questions. So we're back to page 24.
Okay.
I do not know all the answers, but Manny will teach me. Lucky for us, Manny is great at rhyming, which can really help us remember.
First question. What are some things we should do to show others we are listening to them? Eye contact is important. Looking at others in their eyes. Being mindful of your body language is also very wise. Arms uncrossed, an occasional nod of your head, and saying, will show interest in what is being said. Staying focused on the speaker, not distracted by a thing, makes the speaker feel special, like a queen or a king.
How should we speak to people in a respectful way? Direct eye contact and focus are what you can do to show you're respectful, interested, and friendly too. For an elderly person or someone who cannot hear well, do not mumble or look down, but speak as clear as a bell. The goal is to make the listener feel comfortable and at ease, so speak slowly with your strong voice and face the person, please. What a clear, upbeat voice.
What types of questions can we ask people? All kinds of questions will certainly break the ice, and taking turns asking open-ended questions is especially nice. This type of question requires more than a yes or a no, but rather a more thoughtful answer that has somewhere to go. Do you like baseball? Is close-ended, since the person might say, no. In that case, ask a follow-up question. Which sports do you know? Questions like, what are your plans for Saturday? And where will you go? Allow the person to answer with more than yes or no. When speaking with adults, avoid questions about their age and weight. Questions about religion and money are also not great. You can ask about activities, hobbies, pets, and school. There are so many topics to talk about that are very, very cool. What are some of your favorite things?
Next question. How can we answer questions in a way that is interesting? It is best to answer with statements that keep the conversation going. This way, your friendships will keep on growing. An answer such as, I don't know, or even a shrug, puts a stop to conversation and may sound a bit smug. If you really don't know the answer, you can always offer to find out, as long as you do not answer with a smirk or a pout. If you are asked, do you like chocolate ice cream? And you do not, you can say, no, chocolate is not my favorite, but I like cookies and cream a lot. Then ask the person what his or her favorite ice cream is too, and he or she should also respond with a sentence or two. What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Next question. What are some rude behaviors people might do while someone is talking? Interrupting someone. Yawning loudly. Looking at your watch or your phone. Rolling your eyes. Whining. Letting out a groan. All of these behaviors are considered very rude because they are the exact opposite of a friendly attitude. Speaking nonstop is rude since the listener deserves a turn. Bragging about something leaves no room to learn. It's great to be proud of an achievement and mention it to a friend, but going on and on and on is a rude annoyance without end.
Wow, that's a lot of information, but it's all very important. Let's turn to the last page because I hope you will join Manny and me and some new friends on our next adventure. I may make more mistakes, since we all make mistakes, but you and my smart butterfly friend can help me with my manners. The end.
Thanks for joining us.
We really appreciate it.
I guess we'll see if we have any questions.
And we can sing a manners song.
Yeah, no questions just yet. Oh, maybe there's something. Not yet, but we'll sing our manners song until Kathy comes back on.
This is sung to the tune, If You're Happy and You Know It.
And these are songs, by the way, that we sing in class during our etiquette lessons.
When my grandpa gives me something, I say thank you, thank you. When my grandma gives me something, I say thank you,
thank you.
I say see it makes them happy when I say it so politely. Yes, good manners mean to always say thank you.
Thank you. And we didn't go over this one during our story, but we can talk about this one.
Sing to the tune of I'm a Little Teapot.
You could hum along.
I have super manners, yes I do. I can say please and thank you too. When I play with friends, I like to share. That's the way I know I care.
So that's our songs. And during our classes, we have lots of interaction with the children. And at this time, we do it remotely. We'll be starting virtual classes up. And we also hold classes, small ones, outside, private classes, 4 or less. So perhaps we'll see you someday soon.
Hope so.
Hope so. Oh, okay, question we have. Tell us about your appearance at the American Library Association. Oh, that was fun.
The national conference in Washington, D.C. last year was an amazing experience where we had the pleasure of meeting authors and illustrators from around the world. It was incredible.
It was a huge, huge venue, and it was our first experience, but it was a great one. Lots of foot traffic.
We sold some books in person. We gave out lollipops with a little saying wrapped around each lollipop, such as show others that you can listen by, giving direct eye contact, and other tips.
Yes, other rude behaviors, but how to do it the better way, just like Manny would.
Yes.
And it was a great experience. And with our next book, we'll hope to cover more lessons in different environments.
Right, such as at a restaurant.
Yeah, like with Mr. Mistake coming up next. Okay, well, I guess that's it for now. If you have any questions, you could still put them in the comments. And thank you so much for joining us.
Give your website again.
Okay, it's www.yourcharmingchild.com. Thanks so much, everybody.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye. Bye.